So sometimes in Make you need to change a character or a word with another one, and I've got an example here where I've got some data in a Google Sheet, just with name, email address, and a title, and you can see two of these titles are R&D. Now sometimes the ampersand here can cause issues. So for example, if you're calling a third-party API with XML, then that ampersand can cause a lot of issues. So sometimes you want to replace that with an actual and rather than ampersand. I mean, there's plenty of other examples where you need to change a character or a word with another one, so that's just one example. Now to do this, what we can do is jump over to Make, and I've already connected to this Google Sheet, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically take everything that's in this sheet and I'm going to move it over to this second sheet, just to show you the data going from one to the other and changing that character. Okay, so I've already connected to the input sheet here, and the other sheet's called output, which you can see here when that opens up. So I'll leave that as input. Okay, so what I can do here is I can correctly create a new module, and I'm going to store this as a variable. So let's set a variable, and we will call the variable title. And what I'm going to do now is I am going to use the replace function. So if I type in replace and go like that, then this will basically pop up the replace function. And this gives you the ability to put in the first part of this is the text I want to change. So I'm going to put in the title because I want to change the title. I want to change the character in the title, and then I need a semicolon just to break that up. And then I want to search for the ampersand, and then I want to replace that with a and. So every time it finds the ampersand, it will replace it with the word and. Okay, so then I close that out for closing bracket and click OK. Okay, so everything else is going to say the same. I don't need to touch the name or the email address. I just need to change the title. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect to Google Sheets again, and in this case I'm going to add a row. So I'm going to basically take every row from the first sheet and add that to the second sheet. So I will find that, and the sheet name in this case will be output. So like I said before, this is just a demo to show the data going from one to the other, but in the real world you would actually probably push this into another application. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is the name is just going to be the name straight from the first Google Sheet. Email address again will be exactly the same. The title is the one there I'm going to use. I'm going to use the variable. So this up here is the variable that I set in the previous step, and this is the one that's doing the replacing. So if I pop that in there, just close that, and I will OK that. Okay, and if I now just run this, okay, you can see it's going through all four, and if I look at that, it's basically replaced it with R and D. So it's replaced the ampersand with the and. If I jump over to my Google Sheet, then as you can see, it's done exactly what I've asked for. It's taken the R and D with the ampersand sign, and it has replaced it with the word and. So that's it. It's very simple. Basically, all it is a function called replace, and all it's doing is changing one character or one word with another character or another word. And like I said, you can use this for many use cases. This is just one example.